Hey, this is the Charlie Marks. Welcome back to my channel. This channel, chapter 420, The Cannabis Chronicles, comes from my self-published book titled, Why Aren't You Married? The book isn't about marriage, it's about my life and my road towards self-determination. There will be a link below. This channel is just for laughs. We all need to laugh every day, right? The channel includes stories from chapter 20 or 420 where marijuana helped me see myself and my life more clearly. But really, I think it helped me find the humor that lay dormant. So that we're all on the same page and we understand each other, here's some context. Smoking marijuana allows my train of thought to go to places and have ideas that I would normally ignore. But really, it makes me ask questions to all my thoughts. We all have a brain, a mind, and a train of thought. The analogy in the book I use is this. The brain is the barn, the fence is the mind, and my train of thought is the horse. With weed, the horse, or rather my train of thoughts, go a little wild. And these stories, in chapter 420, Cannabis Chronicles, showcase the travels of that horse. So where will the horse take us today? That looks like the Bay Area. Oh yeah, I'll find lots of like-minded individuals here. The title of this installment is Steph Curry is a Real-Life Deadshot. Deadshot is a DC Comics character. He is a weapons expert and an assassin that boasts about never missing his target. I'm really sorry, Steph, but I gotta let the cat out of the bag. This story starts with me watching the Warriors play. Draymond Green is ejected for some flagrant foul that wasn't flagrant in my opinion. Anyway, I noticed that Steph is oddly cool and mild, like all the time. I say to myself, I'm not buying it, Steph. You might be selling, but I see you for who you are. Anyone who watches Steph play knows he's a beast, but I'm here to tell you it's only on the inside. Where does that come from? I think he gets it from his mama. You take one look into Sonya's eyes and I know she's the F around and find out type. I know this because a rose can recognize a rose. And get ready, in this installment, my thoughts went in 3 different directions. You see, there's nothing wrong with having a beast inside of you, but you must find constructive ways of letting it out. And Steph has found that way. We'll never see him lose his cool on the court because he releases his anger on his days off. And on those days off, he's literally releasing people from their bodies as a real-life Deadshot. I can see it now. He gets info on his target from the inside label of his boba tea. He walks into the tea place and asks for the curry special. The guy returns with a spicy mango boba. Steph smiles, takes a few pics with the fans, and exits the tea house. Takes a few sips, rips the lid off, pitches the boba, and confirms his target. He could get this guy tomorrow, but he's got parent-teacher conferences. He shrugs his shoulders and says, gotta get it done today. He calculates there's only 2 hours before the start of the game, and he needs to get this done quickly. Curry spots his target, and much like his technique in shooting threes, he aims and it's nothing but net, or rather head. Just like the character Deadshot, he never misses his target. He does the Curry shimmy in celebration and heads to the arena. Any anger Steph has is released when his targets are released from this earth. But trust me, I'm telling the truth. Really. I am. But I didn't just look at his technique on the court. I looked at his personal choices. And one of the biggest personal choices you can make is who you decide to marry. And he married Aisha. I see Aisha in the crowd with those scrumptious children. His whole family looks like they've been cut from the sun. And Riley is their first baby. Their first baby came out like this, doing things like that, yes. Just as a side note, I want all little girls to have this energy, to keep it and maintain it into adulthood, because this is what we're going to need. Now, these two softies made that baby. There we have another piece of evidence to prove my theory. Aisha might look sweet and innocent, but I'm not buying it, Aisha. I believe she's an undercover assassin sent here from Canada to level the playing field. You see, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, is hell-bent on reducing emissions and saving the environment. Aisha is all in. Do you remember the time that Gavin Newsom signed the executive order banning the sale of new gas engine cars by 2035? The video shows him signing this order on the hood of a muscle car. What you didn't see was Aisha standing off to the side with a menacing look in her eye. Newsom didn't want that smoke, and because of her, he rolled out a number of measures that have ushered in a new era of world-leading climate actions. She doesn't stop there with Newsom. I imagine her being a lot like Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Every day she's out there ripping shit up and doing her best to make the world a better place. In my mind, I see her jumping from windows and fishnet stockings with just enough time to make it to the game. And really, she doesn't cook. I mean, she can cook. She just doesn't have the time. Maybe I'm lying. I believe Draymond Green to be a vigilante. Draymond has been called angry and aggressive. I never go with the herd opinion of others. Instead, I ask myself, what is the source of this so-called anger? So I did some journalistic digging. Draymond Green was suspended for Game 5 of the 2016 Finals. Suspended for what he did in Game 4 of that series, which was so-called being aggressive with James. They tussled a little. 'Twas no big deal. You see, what no one knows is Green is usually playing on the court after he's done his real job. And his real job on June 9th, the day before the tussle, was protecting the president. Yes, he was protecting Obama in New York City, okay? Obama was in town to appear on the NBC's Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. There were multiple streets that were blocked in preparation of this, and this city biker decides to ride past a police blockade and was ultimately tackled by police, but it was really Dre. He was disguised as some other man, but trust me, I spoke with the onlookers who identified Green. By the time he gets to Game 4, he's literally on one. He's risked his life for the country, and no one knows it. It hurts Draymond's feelings, so he and Bron tussled a little. And then there's the game in San Francisco in January of 2021. In Green's frustration with his teammate, he hollered, and the official was so sensitive and thought that Green was hollering at him. What you all didn't know is Green had a busy day of vigilanteing. You see, construction crews hit a gas line in Concord, California. And that day, Green saved 3 babies, 4 cats, 2 dogs, and a bus full of senior citizens. Green can't wake up and not heed the call of the people. I mean, what's he gonna say? I got a game. I can't rescue you from the fire? Game or no game, Green is going to rescue people from danger. And let's talk about the flagrant foul on Brandon Clark, May 1 of 2022. Green wasn't pulling him down by his jersey. And come on, Brandon, you didn't have to lay there like Shaq. He just tugged your jersey, and you acted like he slapped you. Stop it. What you didn't see was the bumblebee near Clark. You see, Draymond is always aware of all the allergies of all the players. He knew Clark was deathly allergic to bees and was picking the bee from his jersey. Green should have been held a hero. Instead, he was ejected. That's why Green skipped off the court. He knew his actions saved that man's life. I'd add more here, but I'm tired. I believe both Draymond and Steph to be phenomenal men and good human beings. They're both great players. And if I'm honest, I don't believe Steph is killing people on his days off. But Aisha, I do think she's a Canadian assassin. And Green is an angel. Love you, Dre.